What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan. I'm BMAX45. Today we're coming at you with another video. We have another deck profile for the EX8 format of the Digimon TCG. This is one of our specifically EX8 deck profiles. This is the Tyrannomon deck. This is going to be our green profile. It's red-green, more so red, but it's our green profile for this format because we already have a red deck, Gallantmon, but we're excited about Tyrannomon. I really like Tyrannomon. Always I've wanted to have a more themed Tyrannomon deck, and now they've kind of provided that with the EX8 support, with the Liberator comic, and Ryotaro Williams, who is now the tamer for Tyrannomon in this new age of Digimon comics. But we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the deck. It's such a cool deck. It's got lots of good aggro. It digivolves up during attack, and just what you'd expect from a red deck with a little bit of some green stuff, shenanigans, suspending, and all that stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about the cards. Let's talk about what we enjoy about the deck. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, well, we start off with our eggs as always. Of course, we are running Koromons because all our Agumon digivolves for 0 cost from a Koromon. So we want to have that Koromon. And the best Koromon egg is the BT14th. When a card is removed from your security stack, draw one. Just the best one. That's all there is to it. The new one from EX8 is kind of cool. If you were going to run the Uko package, you could run 2 or 1 of that, but I would still run more of that Koromon over the other one. Getting into other cards in the deck, we'll look at our level 3s here. We are playing 4 of the EX8 Agumon, which has the plus 2000 inheritable. Also, digivolves 0 from a Koromon, like I said. Reveal top 3, add 1 card with Tyrannomon in its name, or the reptile or dinosaur trait, and 1 Ryotaro Williams among them to your hand, and return the rest to the bottom. So this is your new searcher for the deck. Looking at Agumons as a potential thing, we're looking at reptile Agumons. We are also playing 4 copies of the EX1 reptile Agumon. When attacking, once returned, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 tamer or 1 Digimon card with Agumon in its name to your hand. Place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. So it adds you tamers, potential adds you other Agumon targets, and we do play Agumon Bond of Bravery, and it's just got to have Agumon in its name, so you can add that too as well. So we do like that. Last one we were running a dinosaur Agumon, which is also good because they do mention the dinosaur trait here. Is the EX4 Agumon, which is the start of your main phase. If you have a red or yellow tamer and gain a memory, Ryotaro is your red tamer, so you can start off with him. He digivolves 0 from a Koromon, and he does have the cool thing that you get to draw one when one of your tamers is suspended, and we are going to be suspending our Ryotaros. So that's the lineup for the level 3s, just 12 of them. You could potentially put Ukos in there, which, you know, I would cut probably both these guys down to 3 or 2, depending on what your preference is. But I really do like this guy, and I feel like he's really, really good. So I do like that in the deck, and I'm enjoying the lineup. Okay, getting on to level 4s. We'll start off with our older Tyrannomons. We're playing 2 of the Tyrannomon from BT11, which is 3 to digivolve into, so really expensive. 5 cost to hard play. He's on play. When digivolving, you may play 1 tamer card with a play cost of 3 or less from your hand without paying the cost. The cool thing about this guy is even if you had to start your turn, start your game with no level 3s, playing this guy and playing a free tamer is actually pretty good value, because even if you're giving your opponent 5, you're still playing a 3 cost tamer. So it does give you quite a bit of value. It also has your turn while you have a tamer in play. This Digimon gets plus 2000 DP, so that's cool. Some more DP inheritables here, mostly all just on your turn, unfortunately, but also again, the 3 cost Digivolution is the kind of the hard part. I just love how the on play really is good, as well as the when digivolving. I've seen people play more of this, but I'm not playing more because I am playing 3 of the BT14 Tyrannomon, which is the start of your main phase for the turn when this Digimon would digivolve into a card with Tyrannomon in its name, or the dinosaur/ceratopsian trait, reduce the digital cost by 1. This is good if you don't have your X-Antibody, your Tyrannomon X-Antibody in hand, because it lets you reduce that cost for your level 5s, which is kind of what we like to do here. So it's another way to do it. And then also it has the end of your turn inheritable. If this Digimon has Tyrannomon in its name, or the dinosaur or Ceratops in trait, it may attack. Allowing those abilities that let you attack end of turn are actually really good, especially in this deck. So I do like the BT14 one. I could see where he might not be as important because he also digivolves for a cost of 3, which is super expensive. And that's where the reduction comes in. But you do want to play X-Antibody if you can, and he's not good with X-Antibody because X-Antibody is a free Digivolution. You're not going to reduce it by 1. You're not going to gain a memory, right? If it was gain a memory when you Digivolve, it would be different because then you could Digivolve for 0 and gain the memory. He'd be even better, but because it's a reduce, it's just not as good. Again, you can hard play him for 5 because his ability is start of your main phase, so that is good too. I could see myself potentially cutting this guy down for more of the other Tyrannomon or of the other Tyrannomons that we have. We also play 3 of the Tyrannomon from EX8, which has the ability to Digivolve on a Reptile level 3 for 2. So he won't Digivolve on our Dinosaur Agumon for reduced cost, but he'll Digivolve on everything else for 2. At the security at the end of the battle, play this card without paying the cost. So he plays himself off security, which is great. He also has the start of main phase. When Digivolving, this Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn, so that's really great. And it has a your turn plus 2,000 inheritable, which is par for course in the deck. Lastly, of course, we talked about it here. We're playing the X-Antibody. This card's really good. Digivolves from a level 4 Tyrannomon in name without the X-Antibody trait for cost 0. It has Raid, so you have the ability to attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon, which is really cool because when attacking, if this Digimon with Tyrannomon in its name or X-Antibody in its Digivolution cards, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Tyrannomon in its name and the dinosaur trait in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 1. So that's why you can go into him for 0, but he's going to reduce your level 5 by 1, which is actually really good. It also has some piercing inheritable, so it's really good with the raid. You can attack over something that's protected, that's something that's unsuspended. You can then Digivolve and then gain that piercing, so that when you kill it, you check cards. So that's really, really good. And so that's it for our level 4s. It's 11? I would say 11, yeah. 11 level 4s. I kind of like a big level 4 lineup in this deck. But I'm just not sure about 100% sure about the BT14 one. I really do like it, but I'm thinking I might have to cut it down just because I'm not sure. With the Tyrannomon, you could potentially cut it completely and then just basically run full EX8 and Tyrannomon X-Antibody and then just play another one of the BT11 ones. But I haven't really decided because you don't always get the Tyrannomon X-Antibody, so it's kind of nice having that other option to reduce costs of your level 5s. Starting with level 5s, though, we have Master Tyrannomon, which gives you security plus 1 inheritable. Digivolves for 3 on a dinosaur trait level 4, which is all of your Tyrannomons. Has Fortitude, so if he dies, he comes back. And he has on play when Digivolving, you may suspend one Digimon. Then if this Digimon was suspended, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or less. So that's always really good. Playing 3 of the male Tyrannomon from EX8 as well. It has the inheritable all turns once per turn when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon battle, trash their top security. It's really cool is that it's all turns, so it's actually really cool. Digivolves again for 3 from a level 4 with a dinosaur trait. And then on play when Digivolving, you may suspend one Digimon. Then if this Digimon is suspended, de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. And until the end of your opponent's turn, their effects can't return this Digimon to the hand or decks or affect it with digital effects. Super, super good. This I would say is the better one, even though the security plus 1 is more aggressive. So I do like the Tyrannomon more. I would play 4 of it if I wasn't also playing 2 Mami Tyrannomon. The promo card Digivolves from a Tyrannomon for cost 3. Has collision and blocker. All turns once per turn. When opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, you may unsuspend this Digimon. So that's really cool with the suspension effects that you have in this deck. And then same thing, inheritable. When an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, you may unsuspend this Digimon. So the cool thing is when you're always attacking with this deck and you potentially use your ability to Digivolve up, you can then use suspension abilities to suspend your opponent's stuff and then unsuspend so you can get multiple attacks. So I do like the Mami Tyrannomon. I think it's really cool, and I want to try it too because it just gives more options for the deck. So that's it. Just 8 level 4s, kind of standard level 4s. Lastly, of course, we have our level 6s, and we're playing 4 of the Dynomon. This is the boss monster for Tyrannomon. It digivolves from a level 5 with Tyrannomon its name or the dinosaur trait for a cost of 4. Expensive Digivolution. It's cost of 5 if you don't have that. It's got security attack +1. It's got fortitude, so it comes back. It's got on play when digivolving. You may suspend one Digimon, then delete one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with the lowest DP. So it has these suspension abilities, so it would set off the Mami Tyrannomon. Opponent's turn. While this Digimon is suspended, all of your opponent's Digimon can only attack suspended Digimon. So that's really good. And yeah, so he's your boss monster. You're trying to get the best stack possible. I mean, with raid and piercing and security attack +1, or the ability to trash a card if you delete your opponent's Digimon by battle, you can potentially check, 3 cards every attack, and then if you can unsuspend 2, the possibilities are endless. You could check 4 cards with a Mami Tyrannomon, 3 with both Master Tyrannomon and the other one, Mal Tyrannomon. So just really, really good. As well, for other level 6s here, we play Medieval Gallantmon. Again, this is becoming a staple in a lot of decks. You got Alliance, you got Vortex. This is a red-green deck, so it'll Digivolve. You can also suspend stuff to play it for cheap. And then, of course, you have the suspension abilities. You may suspend one Digimon. Then you may delete one of your opponent's Digimon. 8,000 DP or lower Digimon. And then for each other suspended Digimon, add 3,000 to the DP deletion effects maximum. And then, of course, the all turns ability is why it's really good, putting on the board to stall your opponent out. When Digimon are played, you may activate the Digimon's when Digivolving ability. So that's one of the things. He's kind of a floodgate card almost himself, because he stops your opponent from being able to play the game because you just destroy their stuff. So really, really great card. And just having one of them is really good. And we also play 2 Bond of Bravery. I was going to say the cool thing too is that this will unsuspend with Mami Tyrannomon as well. Bond of Bravery, blast Digivolving. If your opponent attacks your level 6s, you have a blast option, as well as you have a lot of Agumon. So if you have 2 or fewer security, you can warp Digivolve for 3 from one of your Agumons, from any one of your Agumons, which is really cool. On play when Digivolving, delete up to this Digimon's DP's total worth of your opponent's Digimon. And when attacking once per turn, if you have a Tamer, trash the top security cards. So potentially going for game. Good move, a good blast option, and just the fact being able to warp from an Agumon is super good. So that is it for our high level stuff. Getting into our Tamers, we're playing 4 of the Ryotaro Williams. Start of your main phase, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory. 3 cost to play. When one of your Digimon with Tyrannomon in its name attacks by suspending this Tamer, that Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Tyrannomon in its name or the dinosaur trait in hand, with the Digivolution cost reduced by 1. Nice thing I didn't mention is that Mami Tyrannomon is also treated as Tyrannomon in name. So basically every time you attack with your level 4s or your level 5s, you can suspend your Ryotaro Williams to then Digivolve. And the cool thing is you have the Tyrannomon X-Antibody that lets you Digivolve into level 5, and then you can use the Ryotaro Williams as well to further go right into your Dynomon, which is really great, and basically do massive damage to your opponent. So you need to have a couple copies of Ryotaro Williams on the field at all times. It's just super good. This deck's all about Digivolving while you're attacking, which is actually something that's really cool. Also playing 2 copies of Tai Kamiya, the BT6 version. When one of your Digimon with Agumon or Greymon its name moves from the breeding area to the battle area, gain 1 memory and trigger draw 1. And then main, once per turn, Digivolve your Agumon into 1 Agumon Bond of Bravery in your hand. First Digitalization cost ignoring its level. If you do, trash the top 2 cards of your security stack. Then if you have 1 or more security card, delete this Digimon at the end of the turn. This is just cool because it gets you draws and memory every time your Agumon moves out, which is also really good. But also you can potentially use it to warp at a moment's notice, and just win games, and just, you know, especially if you don't have that under two security, you're not limited to have to be in a bad place to use it. So I like the 2 ties. Continuing to try them out just because I like having tamers in these decks, and we only have the 1 Ryutaru right now, but hopefully we'll get more in the future. Lastly, we have our options. We're playing 2 Garnet Boost. You do have some black cards, but none of them, well, yeah, you have the Mami Tyra, can technically be searched as a black card because it doesn't have red in it. So there are a few cards this comes up with. Other than that, nothing really to worry about. We're playing 2 offense training because I don't like to play too many memory boosts, because especially I don't want to put the Ryutarus on the bottom of the deck. And then 2 red scrambles because you can do a lot with an Agumon fresh off the start of your turn, especially with the Bond of Bravery. So especially because you can add the Bravery back, the Bond back with this card, and then play the Agu and just have a play, which is really, really cool. So that's it for the deck. That's how I'm liking it right now. It's a really cool deck. You can do a lot of damage really fast, really aggressive. The ability to suspend your opponent's stuff is super good, and I really do enjoy it. And I'm hoping that we get some more cool stuff for this deck, because I feel like it could be even better right now. Like, I feel like it has a good chance. It actually did top an event recently. I think it was the Oceania one. There was 1 Dynamon player, so kudos to him. I think he was playing the Uko package, so this deck can actually do really well. But I think it could use some more cards, some more support. The Fortitude's really nice too, because, you know, having to bring your stuff back and then using its on-play abilities is always detrimental to your opponent. But tell me what you guys think about the deck, about our green deck, our Tyrannomon deck. Are you excited for more Tyrannomon support to come out of the Liberator series? And looks like that's all the time for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.